Well, actually, I'm from a very creative family. So my father is a shoe designer, and my mother is an artist. Actually, also some other people in my family are creators. So when I really grew up in a very creative environment. So I think that came naturally. My father, when I was very young, he took me to different countries in the world. Because as a shoe designer, you have to travel and you have to visit all the factories. And I came along with him very often to Milan or places where there are factories or fairs. And then he asked me, since I think like 8 years old, like, hey Pika, do you like to design some shoes together with me? So he would go to Italy, and then I would be together with him and draw the shoes and speak about the designs with the companies. So for me that was a lot of fun. It was never serious, obviously, but it was a lot of fun, and I think it really excited me, obviously, going with my big father to abroad. And my mother is a really creative person. She is much more abstract, and I'm probably in between, because I'm not really an industrial designer, and in a way I'm also not really an artist. I'm really in between, so I'm the perfect in between result of my parents. But so when I was young, I didn't really know what I wanted to become, but I always knew I would become something creative, either an architect or maybe a graphic designer, or I don't know, any kind of designer. So when I from high school, I went first to study graphic design, and that went actually really fluently and nicely. That I thought, okay, I would like to add an extra dimension, literally. So I would like to make from 2D to 3D. So then I decided to go to the Design Academy in Eindhoven, which is a school in more industrial design. So it's kind of like grew. Maybe at that time I also could have decided, maybe now the next step is to become an architect. But I didn't. I think I like this kind of scale. Yeah. So what I'm doing now, I think I grew into, but that I would become a creative, that was obvious since I was very